Hello. Yes, it's the same day. I've got the same top on. I just thought I'd give you an update on where I've got to with the papers and the journals and everything. I'm just tearing some papers, so bear with me. And the inside of your baking parchment, the really serrated edge on that, makes a really good tear ruler if you don't want to go to the expense of buying one. Works fine by me, that'll do. Right, that's not going to happen, is it? Let's just do a rough tear here. I'm just making some just making some papers to go in the giant tag. I will show you that in 2 seconds. Let me just finish badly cutting that. I've cut this one to size. There's the giant tag, and I lined it with that paper that I found, the jelly roll paper. And then this is the fabric left over from, well, there's loads left over, but this is torn bits off the pillowcase, where the birds are on the main cover. So I'll just gather those together. I've also done another bag pocket, and I've cut out all those tags, so just give me one moment and I will show you what I've done. My super duper all singing all dancing tear ruler. I'll say works fine for me. So I'm just making a little coffee dyed paper notepad basically, which will sit in there hopefully. It's a little bit big. So I shall get my deco scissors and just cut a little bit off. This is not straight, but never mind. It's a junk journal. Let's see how that works. I'm still sneezing from those tumble dryer things in that book. Right, so yeah, save your serrated edge off your what was that? I think that was the non-stick paper or something. Don't know, doesn't say. Keep the edge, because that is really handy, and you can actually get your hands in there for safety if you want to. Stop you sticking yourself on it, because it's very sharp. So let's just get these ready. I think what I'll do is very simply, should I stitch along the top? I need a bit of fabric, don't I? What have I got here? There's a bit of ribbon there that I took off the rest of the trim that was on that pillowcase. And let's make a little bit of a snippety thing to go on the top here. So I've got a pile of stuff here to the side. Just going to put that on there, that there, and a bit of ribbon there. And it's hiding that. Sorry, bear with me. Can you actually see what I'm doing? If you want to. I should move it down a bit. Right, there we are. That's a bit better. That'll bit stick outside, that's fine. Right, I'm just going to whiz it through the sewing machine, which is handily to my side here. It might joggle, sorry. Right, so that's that stitched. I think what I'll do is just stick that on there, I think. There's threads everywhere. Right, I also backed those ready as journaling cards. I left that one wonky. I thought that was alright. Thought that'd be okay. Oh, the music sheet. I've sprayed it with Mermaid Lagoon. I've literally just done that, so I sewed that there, but forgetting on the inside I'm going to end up with a tiny pocket, but that's okay. I'll make a very long tall tag to go in there. This one I've left a big pocket there, and there'll be a little pocket there. That'll be the back of it, and I might line that with a bit of lined paper or something, but at the moment it's very wet and inky, so I'm just going to put that back where it was. And that can dry off, and we'll finish that off tomorrow, I think, because it's getting late in the day, which you can probably tell because the light's going. I cut out, gosh, why does it make such a mess? I cut out all those tags that I gel printed, you know, the ones where I said I'd use the bit that was left on the cutting sheet as a template. So I've got all these little tags ready to go, so when I need them. What else did I do? I found a little paper bag. So this side I've stitched it completely shut, and I've used one of the pockets that I made out of the cardboard tubes. So I've put a tag in there. So I've used one of those tags, and I've literally just stitched a bit of the ribbon again off the old pillowcase. That's the inside. It's still a little bit wet from the glue. Sorry, there we are. I've left all the lace hanging over the edge because I'll show you how this will look. So that, I just made a little pocket out of the bit that was left. This is out of that book again. So it's very wet at the moment. So I just need to make something for on here. And the how they look when you put them in, a journal, is basically they'll wrap round like this. Okay, so they, you know, you'll be able to use all of it basically. So, and that'll be it on the back there like that. And I just need to make something else to go on here, and then that'll be ready. And then I need to make a little journal card. I'm going to keep this one open. I sewed the other side shut because of the big pocket here. So I just need to decide what I'm going to do in there. But yeah, I quite like putting these little bits and bobs in. I don't particularly like mega decorating the pages, although I do usually put a bit of stamping or a bit of, you know, a little bit of fabric snippet at the top or something. But I'm just going to leave that one flat to dry. What else did I do? Oh, the big one, the big envelope. I stitched the pocket on again. That will hang down because this isn't a that's going to be the size of the journal. That's an A4 sheet of paper folded in half. So when it actually sits on a page, it will sit like that. So this one I just where are they? So this will be the journaling card for in here. So that one will slide in there like that. It will go in. It's all a bit wet still. So I think I showed you this, didn't I? Where I just did a little bit of the lace, bit of the bird fabric here, and that's one of the things that we did. That's the pocket and the little birdie button, nesty. Yeah, so a tag in there, which I'll probably make the same as the other ones with just a bit of ribbon at the top. Although I might make a taller one for in there actually, so that's quite a deep pocket. Yeah, it'll disappear, so I'll make a taller one for in there. And then here I just need to decide how I'm going to make this close. I might just put a paper clip on it, you know, and just put the paper clip so it comes down here and just holds it shut, and then, you know, you can easily access there. So I'll have to get my thinking head on for that one. So it's nearly done. Don't know whether that was the one that I actually fitted in there. I think it might have been this one. Sorry, gone quiet. No, I think it was that one. I might just need to very slightly trim the edge down. Let's do it. Do it now before you forget it. Right, so I love decal edge scissors. They're not, you know, they're not as nice as the tear edge rulers. They're, or the my version of the tear edge ruler anyway. But they're you know, they're not a cut as such. They're sort of wibbly wobbly. So that's a very technical term. Right, Let's see if you'll go in better now, shall we? I think I prefer the bigger one because it actually fills it properly. I think I must have got a bit mad with the glue on this. There we are, it's much better. There, that's it, perfect. There we are. All right, so you can see that it just sticks out there slightly, and that's fine. That's fine. So I need to make a tag, a big long tag for in here, and a same for there. So I'll make those the same probably. But yeah, it's coming on. The big, as I say, the big tag is going to have this probably stuck, or I might stitch it in. I don't know. But I like putting those at the when the journal's finished on the back cover. I like to put those on the back cover, either clipped in with a fancy bulldog clip. I haven't got one here handy, or just slipped in a pocket somewhere. I don't know. I need to put this on somewhere. It could be quite nice, couldn't it? See, as the other one's got bits dangling down. Where does that pocket end there? So if I put that there, yeah, I'm going for it. Doing it live. Okay. Right, I'll just pop that on there. Oh, I remembered who made these. It was Creations by Cece. She's on YouTube. She's a watercolour artist, but she does these funky flowers. And I'm sure it was her that showed these, just cutting them out. Really random. I mean, they're great fun to make. So, and they're a TV armchair job. You can do that, you know, on your lap, on a tray, basically, which is exactly how I did it. And I made loads. I don't know where the rest of them are. But yeah, so there we are. That's quite nice, isn't it? That'll do. Yeah, lovely. So it's coming on. I'll just put that somewhere to dry. Put it there. What have I got? I don't think I've got all my pages yet, so I need to carry on doing some more folding of paper and stuff. So mind you, I've got the 2 pocket things to go in, haven't I? What I might do, some of these pages out of the book, yeah, they'll probably be big enough actually. Yeah, I might just fold some of these actually and pop them in. Maybe where it's, you know, you've got a lovely picture on one side. Don't mind the rough edge, that doesn't bother me. And maybe on that bit there, just put, you know, just stick some lined paper on there, and maybe just leave that, or maybe just cover this over. I might just do that actually, because that's quite fitting. I couldn't find any birds. I thought I had some, and I, you know, as soon as I've done this, I'll find them, you know, like you do. So yeah, I'll put those in there, and that'll be quite nice with a bit of lined paper on it. And obviously I'll trim it down here on the end. And then, because I've got some, I mean, the book is beautiful. It was such a bargain to find that. I mean, look, it's gorgeous. What I might do is flick through and see if I can find any pages with birds on as well. Although, hang on, she says. Oh, just remembered. I got this bad boy. I think this was a car boot find as well. Massive book. It is huge. Oh my lord, I'm so glad I remembered that. Right. Okay, so it's just a case of, I mean, this is just amazing, this book. Squash my pages. Just show you. I mean, it's got all sorts. Yeah, I think this was another car boot find. So what I'll do is I'll try and find some bluebirds to go with the bluebird on the front cover. And this folded in half that way, although, let's see what the pictures are like. Yeah. Gosh, I nearly forgot all about that. Yeah, some bluebirds there. Trogons, no idea. They're such amazing creatures, aren't they? Look at that. That's a beauty, isn't it? I'll turn it that way for you. That's a heavy old book. It's a great big owl. Oh, dodo. Don't see many of them around. Wonder why. Okay, there's lovely parrots and eagles. Yeah. God, why did I forget I had this? Okay, yeah, guess what I'll be doing for the rest of the night? I'll be flicking through here and finding some pages. I mean, that would just be, I wonder if that would come out whole. Oh, do you know, it will, because there's the strings of the book there. I took the whole thing out. Ooh, shall we do it? There's me quick unpick. Hold on. Yeah, there they are. If you're new to this and you want to get a book taken apart, you need, especially if it's a strong book like this one, if you just can find these strings and snap them. I mean, you can just pull it straight out if you want to, but you do end up ripping the middle of your paper. So let's see if we can get this one out whole. Because what I can do is always chop it down here, and then that'll be quite stunning actually in the middle. Arrgh. Trick is getting under those strings. Watch me struggle, guys, watch me struggle. Trying to do it so they don't cut the paper as well. Gone through it slightly there, which is a pain, but might be able to get around that with a bit of washi tape. Don't put the tongue out. Try not to catch the paper, but it's really tightly bound, this one. I'll get my scissors in there. It's pretty knackered, this book, so I'm not sort of feeling really bad about pulling pages out of it. It's going to get a second life as a journal, so just make sure we've got them all. Now then, let's see if the gods are with us. There's one there. Hallelujah. Right, okay, cool. Okay, so I managed to get that out whole, as you can see, which is cool. So it's massive, mind. A bit of A5. So I might not bother with the gardening book, although it's quite nice, that page. So yeah, so you can see how big that is. This is the size that I need, and that is a huge. Right, okay. So if you've got lovely images like that and you don't want to lose any of it, it is quite acceptable in the junk journal world to actually fold it back on itself. No idea if you're seeing any of this. Just come up here a bit. Sorry, I wobbled the camera. Just check I've got that about right. Yeah, it's in a little bit, that's fine. That'll be fine. So just fold that one up there. Roughly there. They do not have to be even. I mean, you know, the whole idea of a junk journal is that you're just using stuff that would be put in the bin, basically. So you're rescuing, you're an eco warrior. Yeah, perfect, lovely. So what you can do is stitch that into your book, and it looks a bit, well, I mean, you can always cover that if you want to, but the idea is that, I mean, I'd probably put this in the middle of the book, actually, the middle of the journal, because then that can just be a double open up page. Might do, I don't know if I want to cover the information. Yeah, I might do, actually. yeah, so we'll do that, and then the trouble is, am I going to lose his head? No, just, yeah. So what I'll have to do is trim it off here. I don't really want to fold it down, and I don't want to fold it up because I think I'd lose too much. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So I will chop the top to fit. I'll look through the book and see if there's anything else that's maybe perfect, or you know, similar bird to what I've got on the front cover, but I don't think there will be. Then my luck never runs that good. So I will chop that off to about that same length as an A5, and then we'll have this lovely, I think I'll put it in the middle. That's the best thing to do with it. And then whoever gets the journal can choose whether they want to cover that up or they can just leave it. I mean, it really will be up to them. So yeah, cool. Why didn't I remember that when I was doing all this earlier? I might fussy cut out some birds, some little birds if there is any. Look at that. It's just stunning, isn't it? Oh, Mother Nature, you are marvellous. Yeah, so I might flick through, see if there's any little tiny... Although actually the eggs were good, weren't they? Could do some eggs on some pages. Yeah, anyway, I shall carry on playing. Hopefully by tomorrow... Oh, look, there we are. Talk about little birds. Perfect. Yeah, well, that's tonight's entertainment sorted then. Yeah, okay, lovely. I'll flick through those again, pick out some of the bluebirds. This little guy's quite nice, and he would go all right. Yeah, right. Well, and then I mean, you know, at the back here you've got the index pages. Well, these make, I mean, this is a really nice paper. It's really thick, so these would make fantastic tags or journal cards, just simply, very simply covered or decoupaged on. I mean, it's good thick paper, that. So you know, if you ever see these old reference books, I know it's a shame, and a lot of people sort of get really angry that we're cutting these up, but quite frankly, this, as I say, it was at a car boot, and he said, well, have it for £2 because if you don't, I'm just going to bin it. So you know, I think I might as well save these things. Oh, look. So yeah, so it gets repurposed. So I mean, basically every bit of paper out of this book will be reused in one way or another. It will become a tag or a journal card or even a page in a book, so in a journal. So you know, nothing gets wasted. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Okay, all right, let's stop flicking through the book. Fancy forgetting that. What a wally. Right, I shall leave that there. Yeah, I'll crack on. Tomorrow I'm hoping to have another panel of my quilt cover done. Because I think when I've got the two together, I'll be able to judge whether I like it or not, actually. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll probably use it because I'm really not a fuss monster. It'll be fine. I think that's about it, really. Just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. I did finish that little box. Did I bring it up? No, I'll show you that another time. Sorry. I'm trying to get a few videos done this week because I've got a nice gap of not working. So I'm hoping to get some uploaded and scheduled, you know. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's going to work well. Like I say, I think if I just leave it, that whoever buys the journal, if anybody does, they can choose what they want to do with that then. Yeah, nice. So it's getting there, it's filling up. So let's say I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's that? Oh, that one. 9, 10. Oh, hang on. 10, 11, 12. I need 3 more. I like to put 15 in because it just feels nice. I'm only going to do the one signature, I think, because by the time you get these bits and bobs in, it really starts to fatten it out. And I don't like to make them too fat. Again, I mean, I like to stick stuff in my journals, and I would imagine other people do too, without it becoming an alligator mouth, you know, really gaping at the seams. So I shall do that. I mean, that'll go in, won't it? Let's pop that one in. Again, I need to cut it down, but that's fine. It takes seconds to do. So, and again, I think I might just leave that, and then, as I say, whoever, although I will have that as the top, because it's irises, that one, although that would get rid of that. A whiff of bonfire then. I thought there was yeah, I'll put that there. Yeah, I'll just leave that, and as I say, you know, you can choose to cover it, whatever. Yeah, let's do that, and then that'll be that. So that's a journaling, oh, that's to go in there. Yeah, so that will go in there. I've got one of those tab punches, so I might put one of those little pull tabs on there so you can see there's actually something in there. Yes, I won't put that in just yet. I didn't sew through the middle or either side of the seam. I thought by the time it gets stitched into a cover, it'll be fine. So I've just left that one. So that'll go in the back page. So that's all good. I think my flower's sticking, so that's lovely. Yeah, so this little gizmo's sticking. Just need something on the back, which will probably be a piece of this or something. I'll work something out. And then it's just, I like to go through and do a little bit of stamping. I've got some lovely bird images, so I might just go stamps, so I might just go through and put some of those on. Oh, and of course I've got my music sheet to go on. That was going to be the middle page, wasn't it? Okay, well that's got to go in. So I think actually I'm there. I think I've got my 15 pages. I'll double check tomorrow, do some stamping, and have a blooming good tidy up. It's a tip. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.